Hey Pisces, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 18th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. The heart of your reading, we have two cards. Some of you know this about my reading style. Some of you are new to the channel. When the Ace of Swords comes out in the first position or the last position of my spread, I consider it to be a bit of an Easter egg. Like it can carry a dual meaning with it. It empowers you to get an answer from Spirit for a yes or no question. So if you have in mind right now a yes or no question, you'd like to apply this as an answer from Spirit, you're welcome to do so. Or if you'd like to pause the video, come up with a question right now, that's also valid. We do have the Ace of Swords as one of the two cards that have come out. So I'm going to reveal the position of the Ace of Swords now. It is in the upright, which represents a yes from Spirit. So that's kind of a secondary Easter egg, little special meaning that you can use if you'd like to. But what I'm getting in terms of the overall reading for this combination, we have Temperance and the Ace of Swords. This is very like a certainty, an absolute truth, inspiring you intellectually to take an opportunity to alchemize things in a way that's going to take some patience, but it's going to come together in a way that's so beautiful, so magical, that it comes out greater than it could have been with each component on its own. The challenge here is represented with the Five of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Ending an argument, ending a disagreement, or a tendency to disagree over a certain topic. This has the energy of like a recurring fight, a fight that keeps happening over and over and over again, whether it's with the same person or people, or if it's just something that you keep seeing again and again in life. This is like, can we find a way once and for all to put the argument to bed? To resolve this in a way that it doesn't have to keep being like relitigated. And I think you have the answer in hand to that question. With this Ace of Swords Temperance combination, it feels very like high-minded reasoning, like you've broken through to some higher level of consciousness and tapped into this universal truth about your situation that's like, oh, I see how it can be. I see how this can all come together in a positive way. What is Pisces focused on? You know where you don't want to commit your resources, time, and attention with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You could be withdrawing your investment, like cashing out, saying, I think this is as good as it's going to get, so let me take my investment back out. Whatever is mine is mine. I'm going to walk away with it, and I'm going to stop contributing to this metaphorical investment, or literal investment, potentially. But it could also be about deciding not to nurture something, not to support something, not to wait around and see if it's going to grow into anything good. My dog is being very attentive because it's time to eat. Yes, baby, we're going to get some food very soon. You hungry? You hungry? In the recent past, she's like, now please. She's being very patient. In the recent past, we have Queen of Wands energy. So this is you definitely feeling confident, bold, assertive, self-assured, worthy of admiration and respect. And I think that's definitely informing your newfound clarity about whatever this is that you're able to alchemize or bring together as a potential solution to this ongoing argument. This could just be, I'm not going to feed that argument anymore. From your higher self perspective, there's a silver lining to every cloud. What good can come from this situation from Spirit's perspective? There's some sort of pain that needs to occur. Three of Swords is saying, you're not going to get through this unscathed, but it's going to be worth it. It's like, whatever path is ideal for you has some rough edges, and you're not going to be able to kind of avoid being scratched or scraped completely. This doesn't have the full energy of like heartbreak or trauma, but it does, it's like, this isn't going to be pain-free, is the message, the way that I'm getting it. Like, yeah, this is going to hurt for a little while, but you'll get through it. I've never quite picked up on Three of Swords energy in that way. But it really has, like, there's some sort of, maybe, like, the metaphor that I'm getting energetically is this protective fence that is currently a barrier for you, but if you move through it, there's like things open up on the other side. Maybe like expansive abundance is available to you more readily on that side of the fence. But in order to get through, you kind of have to, I'm imagining like either like barbed wire or chain link fence with ragged edges. And like you can, you know, you've got some protective gear on, you can move through it. It's only going to scratch your clothes here, so you won't really feel that. But maybe it's going to get you here. It's going to get you on the leg. Like you won't make it through unscathed. And if you're trying to avoid any sort of discomfort or pain overall, then you'll keep yourself trapped or limited on this side of the fence, metaphorically speaking. In the near future, we have King of Pentacles energy, which is either you encountering someone who's very disciplined, very honorable, very well established financially speaking, or in their career. With the Two of Cups showing up at the bottom of the deck there, it's likely a romantic, potential romantic connection. I see these two characters looking at each other from either side of the reading, the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Someone very alluring, passionate, bold, brave, confident, and someone very grounded, someone very rational, someone very responsible. This could be two expressions coming from within you. This could both be representative of your internal experience. But more likely we're talking about people that you're going to be interacting with today or in the very near future. Your surprise energy is Eight of Swords. You're going to find that some sort of long-held belief that you have has actually been holding you back. And I think that's part of the metaphor I was picking up on with this ragged edges, coming through unscathed, going through the fence. I think this is like sort of the fence, this feeling trapped or limited or reined in by your beliefs, the way that you think it has to be. And you're going to take off this metaphorical blindfold, wriggle free from these very loose bonds. You think, this is the way it has to be, it can only be this way. And then once you sort of see, you take the blindfold off, or you get free from that somehow, you can look around and see, oh, I'm not actually trapped. I can get free. I might have to like get scratched a little bit on one of these swords as I walk by, but I'm completely free to leave this situation or be in a different mindset at any time. That's within my power. And that's going to take you by surprise. I think you've been living by a certain belief system for a long time. And whatever this Ace of Swords represents for you, it's a new way of thinking. It's an opportunity to see things differently. Your hopes and fears, we have the Hierophant. This is about the way things have to be, because it's the way they ought to be, whether it's societally speaking or just the way you were raised. This could be a religious belief, but it's something very established, like historically established. This is the way it's always been done. Meaning that you feel like you have to adhere to that. And I think that's kind of paired very closely with, this is the way it has to be. I don't see any other way of doing it. Because it's the way it's always been done. This is what's expected of me, or this is the way everyone has always done it in the past. This is what's been established. You're both hopeful that you can uphold that, maybe for fear of repercussions if you don't, or fear of the unknown if you don't. You don't want to be a trailblazer, you want to follow the rules. But you have that dreamer inside of you that can always envision a different path. So I think this is potentially more fearful that the establishment is going to have its way with you and sort of, what's the word? Is it quelch? Squash? I'm not sure what that word is, but that I'm getting the message of like, you don't want it to sort of like snuff out your dreams, like put a wet towel on your dreams. I know that's a silly way of saying it, I just couldn't think of the word. Okay, to round out this reading and show us where you're headed, the way that the energies are sort of headed, is moon energy, which is venturing into the unknown. It's an exciting adventure on one hand when you break free from the norm, when you veer off the path, out of this fenced-in territory, the safe zone of, well, this is the way it's always been done. What happens next when you go through the hole in the fence, you get a little scratched up, sure, but when you're on the other end of that, there's a lot of unknowns. You're like, well, no one has blazed this trail before. There's no roadmap for this. There's no rule book. So what do I do? It's going to have you feeling a bit unsure, uncertain, but most of all, I think it's going to reawaken this sort of idealist within you. Like, oh, okay, if there's a lot of unknowns, that's exciting because I can sort of tap into my vision for what it could be and start projecting that and building that into the potential of this future path that I'm shaping up now. Let's get you some advice. You can best engage with these energies by embodying the willingness to shed the old skin, to let go of the very established, very entrenched way of doing things. The way it's always been done is not the way you're going to do it anymore. And this is sometimes experienced like a big, like an ego death, or like a major letting go of this established thing that's been so like firm in your life. So the advice is let it go, let it end. Out with the old, in with the new. Make space for everything that's to come. All right, Pisces, I hope this helped. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back tomorrow.